In standard electrical theory, a dead short is a fault state where resistance approaches zero, creating an unobstructed path for electrical current. When a high-capacity voltage source, like a lithium battery, is shorted, it attempts to push massive amounts of current through that zero-resistance path. Without any resistance to limit the flow, the copper conductors rapidly heat and melt. The energy release is immediate. The battery acts as a massive chemical reservoir. In a short circuit, it dumps unbound current, restricted only by the low internal resistance of the cells and the copper wiring. Because of this baseline behavior, technicians often assume all DC power sources react the same way. The expectation is that shorting any large power source results in a thermal event. Applying battery logic to all DC circuits creates a blind spot. It leads to a misunderstanding of how different electrical technologies react to fault conditions. A solar panel operates under a different set of physical rules. Deliberately shorting the positive and negative leads of a solar module is a standard, manufacturer-approved diagnostic test used to verify system health. This graphic shows the difference. A battery operates on an exponentially rising curve during a fault. A solar panel is a current-limited device. Its output rises briefly and then hits a hard mathematical ceiling. To understand why a photovoltaic module survives a state that destroys a battery, we have to map the electrical physics occurring inside the panel during a short circuit. This physical behavior governs the methods used for solar system diagnostics and worksite safety. Every solar module operates within electrical boundaries documented on the panel datasheet. The baseline state of any solar panel is its open circuit voltage, measured as VOC. This is the state of an unconnected panel sitting in full sunlight. Because the leads are separated by an air gap, the circuit has infinite resistance, leaving no continuous path for electrons to travel. Because the path is physically broken, the current flow is exactly zero. The panel generates maximum electrical pressure, but because power equals voltage multiplied by zero current, actual power generation is zero. VOC represents a state of maximum potential energy with zero actual energy transfer. To measure the system's output capacity, a technician connects a multimeter directly to the panel's positive and negative leads. When the meter is switched into current measurement mode, the circuit path is routed through an internal shunt resistor with a near-zero resistance value. Routing the flow of electricity through this low-resistance shunt creates a short directly across the solar module. Ohm's law dictates that voltage equals current multiplied by resistance. As the resistance approaches zero, the voltage collapses towards zero to balance the equation. Measuring current alters the circuit state, collapsing the voltage to allow electrons to flow freely through the meter. This chart is the IV curve. Engineers use this visualization to trace exactly how a panel reacts as resistance drops and the circuit closes. The curve demonstrates that as the measured voltage falls away, the current rapidly rises. The final resting point on the vertical axis, where voltage hits zero, is the short circuit current, or ISC. This behavior raises a specific question: why the current stops rising at this point, instead of scaling toward infinity like a lithium battery? The current is restricted by a thermodynamic bottleneck. The semiconductor material physically cannot eject more electrons than the total number of incoming solar photons it is actively absorbing. ISC represents a strict, predictable thermodynamic boundary enforced by the sun itself. This graph shows how environmental variables alter those boundaries. When cloud cover passes over the panel, it restricts the available photons. The ISC point plummets, while the VOC point on the horizontal axis remains almost stationary. Because short-circuit current is highly sensitive to shading, it serves as the metric for testing a panel's real-time sunlight conversion capability. While the module survives this state, the surrounding environment faces different risks. The danger emerges when breaking a live DC circuit under a short-circuit load. Electricity aggressively jumps the widening air gap. This creates a direct current arc. The continuous fault current superheats the air, destroying MC4 connectors and creating a fire hazard. This hazard multiplies in commercial arrays. Multiple panels wired in series compound the voltage to lethal levels. A secondary hazard comes from operator error. Attempting a voltage measurement while the multimeter is still in current mode will bridge a dead short across the live circuit and destroy the equipment. The hazard of a solar short circuit exists within the mechanical connections and operator errors, rather than the photovoltaic cells themselves. These mechanics explain the initial paradox of the battery versus the solar module. The two power sources diverge at the level of their governing mathematical formulas. On the battery side, fault current is dictated by internal resistance. When resistance vanishes, the current spikes without bounds, leading to thermal runaway. On the solar side, fault current is dictated by photon flux. The finite number of light particles hitting the silicon creates an unbreachable ceiling for electron output. Treating a current-limited device like a continuous voltage source leads to significant troubleshooting errors in the field. When properly configured, the short-circuit current test forces the circuit voltage down to zero. This state removes the electrical pressure, allowing technicians to measure the unburdened output capacity of the module under active sunlight. Measuring this specific metric isolates module degradation, dirt accumulation, or subtle partial shading before securing the final latches on a diagnostic test. Executing these tests correctly requires professional safety procedures, precise meter configuration, and careful management of live DC connections. In solar engineering, these specific photovoltaic mechanics inform both system diagnostics and electrical safety protocols.